I keep telling myself I'm gonna make a charter school video and I honestly never get the chance to, so I'm so sorry about that. But I am taking the time to talk about it right now, so it might be a lengthy video, so sorry in advance, you guys. So this year is our third year homeschooling and we are going with a charter school. Pretty much the charter school that we found, it starts with like I think pre-K and it goes up to like 12th grade. But I have a kindergartner and an 8th grader, so those are the two that are enrolled with our charter school. And the cool thing about that is that it was kind of like a raffle. So the minute one kid got picked, the other kid got in, and then pretty much our whole family gets dibs on that wait list because there is a wait list. So far, it's been like a really good transition. I've had like my little ups and downs with it just because I am not a patient person. When it came to like the ordering, it was like such a big disaster, just because we did go with like a literature based curriculum and almost all the books were on Amazon, so like we had to do like the ordering on a certain day if we were going to use Amazon funds. But it turns out we weren't going to use Amazon funds. We were actually supposed to do it through like our curriculum funds, even though it's through Amazon. So there was like this big mix up. So that's kind of why I ended up getting like our curriculum for our science, language arts, and history like 2 or 3 months late because of like that mishap that they have. But that was like one, I think, if only the one of the things that kind of like stressed me out about a charter school. But besides that, the funds have been super amazing. I'm actually utilizing them to get our curriculum, our supplies, also extracurricular activities. It's our third year homeschooling, but we've never done extracurricular activities just because of like our financial situation. We didn't have the ends to like invest in all that. But this year we do, and so far I've been able to put my 13-year-old in sewing and rock climbing. Our kindergartner, he's doing family style music lessons, as well as piano and martial arts. So that's like another cool thing about the charter school. In regards to like checking in and all that stuff, we just have, I believe, a meeting like once every learning period, which is like, I believe once like a month or something like that. We can either do it in person or through Zoom. This last time we did it through Zoom, but I honestly prefer it in person. And we just kind of like just talk about things. If I have any questions, I ask her. She has like something that she has to go over with each little one, so she does that. We do have like placement tests and everything, or not placement but like state testing, so we did that at the beginning of the school year. And because Sebastian, my kindergartner, did so good, he actually doesn't have to do the spring testing, which is like a really good thing. So that's like a good thing, but the testing wasn't too like complex, maybe because like I was kind of like next to him, and he has like experience through like IXL doing like quizzes online on the computer, so I feel like that's why it was like an easier thing for him. And like I do feel that I lucked out with our homeschool teacher. She is honestly amazing. Anytime I have like a question or 1,000 questions, she's like willing to answer all my questions. And if you guys know, I have like 1,000 questions. My brain is always going and just putting itself in like rabbit holes. But I text her, she responds. If it's a phone call, she makes time for me. And it's just been a really good relationship that I've been able to establish. She hasn't given me like any advice on anything because I feel like I've done all my research. I just kind of like bring it up to her and she says, oh, I've heard of that before. And if I have a question and she's never heard of it, she asks her peers, parents, teachers, and stuff like that, and then she gets me like some answers. But I do feel that I'm like pretty much still on my own. I just have to like check in every day, let her know that I'm homeschooling. I have to turn in like the attendance at the end of each learning period, and I also have to turn in a work sample at the end of each learning period. So that's pretty much it. So far, it has been, like I said, a smooth transition. Our first 2 years, I paid for everything out of pocket, credit cards. But this year, we have a charter school, we have charter funds, and it's been such a blessing for our family. If we are in California, so if you guys have access to stuff like that, definitely look into it. I heard about it because other homeschool moms talked about charter schools, but I was like, I heard bad things about it, so I'm not gonna even like look into that. But I regret not looking into it. You know, some people have good things to say, other people have bad things to say, but financially it's a really good help.